trade-off over there without compromising on security. See how you can keep the weight of the shipment the lowest. Also, keep in mind in this industry, there is something called a volumetric weight, which means the carrier looks at the actual weight of the shipment and the dimensional weight of the shipment and charges based on the weight which is the highest. The logic behind this is very simple. When we fly a shipment from point A to point B, if the shipment is very bulky, it's going to occupy space which costs money. So airlines, railways, trucking companies, everybody charges you based on actual or volume weight, whichever is higher. So if you can keep your dimensions correctly, you can look at how do you reduce your shipping costs. Buy a packing materials in bulk, and most important, develop partnership with service providers. Now this is what we have come up front to you and said, yes, there's a partnership. We will not look at what your existing volume is going to be, but based on the ecosystem, we have given you a pricing, which is supposed to be one of the most aggressive pricing we offer in the e-commerce industry. Challenges of shipping, high cost of shipping, wide fluctuation in demand. What I mean by wide fluctuation in demand is that there are times where the demand into the shipping industry goes up, which creates a challenge to move your shipments. Periods of Diwali time, periods of vacations, periods of monsoons, the demand position builds up and the shipping industry goes through certain challenges over there. Complex shipment return management system, I explained that already. In-transit damages, inherent risk compared to a brick and mortar selling. In a brick and mortar selling, you have control from your showcase to your table. Now you're going to send it kilometers away from you. So unless your packaging is not taken care of correctly, you have an inherent risk over there. Demanding customer, believe me, social media over the last 1 year has created a new creed of customers. Earlier, a customer would complain by sending you an email or making a phone call to you. Today, the customer can go on medias like Twitter, Facebook, and his complaint can be seen by quite a large audience. So that's a challenge in shipping. As long as you are transparent with your customer in what he should expect, and as long as you have control over your data, when things go wrong, you can still control the shipper. What we have observed is a shipper is normally very aggressive when you have given him a wrong commitment, or he does not know what the commitment is, or you have not got back to him in time when something went wrong. Wide geographical coverage required, a very challenging thing in India. We have close to around 30,000 pin codes in India. At the best, organized player delivers 6,000 to 8,000 pin code. Unorganized players deliver something more, and the only company which delivers the 30,000 odd pin codes is the Indian Post. A huge shipping challenge. To take you briefly through the Aremax products and services, although initially we have talked about a domestic distribution, as a partner we can provide you with a complete range of logistics service which incorporates freight forwarding if you wish to import your shipments from China, Hong Kong, or wherever you source from, custom clearing it in India, warehousing it if you require it to be stored and you don't want to end up storing it yourself, or managing your facility if you have a warehouse and you want somebody to manage it in a way that you have full control over inventory. Now this is becoming a critical issue. As your customer becomes more demanding, accepting an order for a shipment which you do not have in stock in this business can be very risky. If a customer walks into a store and he doesn't find something, he's going to be less disgruntled. He'll walk to the next store. But if he's seen something online, he's made the payment, and then he realized that you don't have it in stock and the material is going to reach you after 15 days or 10 days or even 3 days. he's going to be a very disgruntled customer. So although under a normal mechanism you have control over your stock, inventory control becomes an important thing, and we can help you with that within your existing facility if you have one. We can provide value-added services like kitting or packaging. Domestic distribution, yes, we already have it. Warehouse management is something similar to your facility management. And then the last important service, which is becoming very important, reverse logistics. All logistics company provide you with a forward delivery, taking it from your shop 50, 100 shipments and delivering it to 50, 100 customers across the country. The challenge is, if you have a dissatisfied customer, do you have somebody who's going to go to the doorstep of the customer, keeping in mind he's a person who's living in a residential area, and he'll have a single shipment to hand over, picking up that shipment and bringing it back. And today, this is something which is very much in demand, and we offer this also as a product service to our customers, where we can pick it up from your customers and bring it back. Finally, a small case study where we had a customer who had a major challenge in dissatisfied customer, resulting in high returns. Now this customer was primarily selling components which were low value, more Chinese products, by customers who were impulsive buyers, which means somebody saw the product on an internet website or placed an order, or he saw it somewhere on TV or somewhere in a newspaper and placed an order because he suddenly saw it and liked it. But these were people mainly whose disposable income was limited, and if his commitments changed, he would turn around and say, sorry, now I don't require the shipment, you can take it back, as a result of which his refusal levels were very high. Under normal model, we used to pick up his shipments from Bombay and deliver it across the country. Majority of his shipment used to go to the metros, and his return ratio at that point of time was somewhere close to 55%. What we did with him over the last 2-3 months was we identified a few product categories which had a very high return rate. Those categories actually had a return rate close to around 60-65% at times. And with him we worked out a mechanism where those product categories, we warehoused it at our offices in the 5 metros, and we built in a mechanism where if a customer places an order in the morning before 11 o'clock, the order would get pushed to our office in the 5 metros, and the same day, before the customer has a reason to change his mind, we used to deliver the shipment. Now, these are ways in which we can look at how do you handle your shipping to keep your customers satisfied, one, and keep your shipping cost to the lowest. Thank you very much.